The Diet Coke movie premiere at 11:40 is the spoof horror film The Blob. But now, animal lovers beware. It's
Welcome to Schofield's Christmas TV Gold. It's nice to see you. What are you doing in my lounge? We have a look at the funniest Christmas television from the past 30-odd years. We've got some absolute classics coming up, and one or two surprises as well. But before we do get down to some serious TV watching, what do you think of my house? You like it? Oh, yes, I can tell you're impressed. It's sort of mock Tudor, neo-Gothic, with just a hint of Barbara Cartland's handbag. And look at my decorations as well. Put them all up myself. Took hours. Recognise this? Well, what is it then? Yes, it's the Blue Peter Advent Crown. I have a handy tip for you as far as this is concerned. After Christmas, take all the tinsel off, pull it apart, and you've got 4 handy coat hangers. More of Blue Peter Christmases later. Away you go. Thank you. Oh, and look. Here it is. In all its glory, the mortal remains of the Christmas turkey. What happens to people at Christmas? What is this obsession with keeping the Christmas turkey? It's there for weeks, lying in state, like Lenin. All the relatives filing past, looking at it sadly, and then moving on. Remember, everyone, a turkey is for Christmas, not for life. And it baffles me why we buy nuts at Christmas as well, especially these ones. These are shaped like tangerine segments and are actually made out of solid oak. You tell me, has anyone ever in the history of Christmas got one of those things open? And also, what are those other funny, round, crinkly little nuts that you only see at Christmas? Your relatives, of course. Do your relatives race each other on Christmas morning to be the first to say, well, that's that for another year then? Yes, it's always the case. This? Well, this. This is my Auntie Ella. Stays with me every year. To me, she's as much a part of Christmas as those Christmas tree lights. In fact, we keep her in the same box. But just let's pause for a moment. Let's get back to the true meaning of Christmas. Let's rediscover the essence of this time of the year, because we all know what Christmas is really all about, don't we? Television. Over the next 50 minutes, I'm going to be showing you some classic Christmas telly that I've selected from the past 4 decades. So, settle down, crack open another box of chocolates, throw another cardigan on the fire, and enjoy the ghosts of television's Christmas past, because we all love television at Christmas, don't we?
They all do something different for Christmas, something special. There'll be Z cars with ollies stuck in their helmets. Investigating a special Christmas crime. Someone found up an alleyway, battered to death with a Christmas pudding. There'll be a Christmas Scylla, a Christmas Lulu, and a Christmas Muggeridge. And I'll let you a partner of penny that Cliff Richards will be singing Ave Maria with the younger generation done up in habits. Split to the crutch, of course. There'll be a Christmas Coronation Street. Oh, there'll be a party at the Rover's Return. Albert Tatlock will be trying to have it away with Minnie Colwell down the coal cellar. Not anymore. Not going through all that for another year. I'm sorry, no.
Well, I enjoy it. I like Christmas telly. All them stars giving up their Christmases just to entertain us.
They don't give up their Christmases. All them programmes is recorded in October.
I'll go first, shall I?
Yeah, you open yours first.
Right, surprise. I know it's a surprise. Oh, look what I've got, look, a boot. Oh, a boot, look, marvellous. It's got no on it, but I mean, it's better than that. Who bought me this? Come on.
I did.
Well, happy Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah. I could have done with a pair. Couldn't you get the other one?
No, I tried to get the other one, but the fella that gave me that, it was the only one he had left.
Was he a tall fella?
He is, yeah.
Fat fella?
Fat.
Got a flat cap?
That's him.
Ginger moustache?
Yeah.
That's his other boot.
There you are, little Christmas present.
A little Christmas boxy for Yuzi. Open it up. I'll hold it for Yuzi.
Exciting, isn't it?
It is exciting.
Very well packed, whatever it is.
Yeah, well, aren't we all? Careful now.
It's empty.
No. Straw.
Straw?
You keep rabbits, don't you?
Yes.
Well, you'd like them to have a Merry Christmas, wouldn't you?
Look, it's a present, all right? I promised I'd wear it. This isn't a fashion show. This jumper happens to be warm, happens to be practical, it's machine washable, it's drip dry. Say it's drip dry. Yes. It won't burn. God knows I've tried. I'd wear it for the rest of the show if it wasn't for the fact that the cameramen have had to wear welding goggles. But if you think this jumper's bad, you should see what some other people will wear in the name of Christmas. I'm sorry, Auntie Ella, but I'm going to have to take it off now for technical reasons, OK? Yes, of course. Oh, dear. Actually, she knitted it herself. This year, it's not a bad fit. You see, the trouble is, at Christmas, women always say, oh, men are so hard to buy for. Well, frankly, ladies, you're just not trying. With just a bit of thought, a bit of imagination, a bit of creativity, you can come up with a present that any man would cherish forever.
Well, an idea now for another present. It's for fathers, uncles, or older brothers. They're usually the hardest people to find out new ideas for, so they might like this. It's a shaving kit, made out of a piece of cardboard covered with some other attractive sticky back plastic. And the containers here, we've got the brush up here, and underneath the shaving stick, and the razor. Over here, some aftershave lotion, and in the middle, the, pull it out, the razor blades. And these containers here, and the ring in the middle, that we've got the tooth mug in, are all made out of the detergent bottle, and this is the tiny box.
And here's one we made earlier. Not only is it more practical than a jumper, it also burns better as well. That clip was from 1966. I wonder how many of them are still hanging on bathroom walls today. Let me think. None! So what about women? Is Christmas a bowl of satsumas for women? This might be the 90s, but how many men out there cook the Christmas dinner? None! How many of you did all the Christmas shopping for the family? How many of you wrapped the presents, wrote the Christmas cards, put up the decorations? I thought so. The only thing that men actually do at Christmas is bring home the Christmas tree. You see blokes strapping their tree to the roof of the car like Grizzly Adams bringing home a dead moose. Then you heave it into the house, you stick it in its pot of dirt, and fall into an armchair where you stay for the next 2 weeks feeling pretty pleased with yourself. It's no wonder women find Christmas a very emotional time.
I can't stop thinking about poor people and hungry children and dead turkeys.
Oh, my God, we're not going to have 3 minutes silence for the contents of our stomach, are we?
Well, it is rather cruel, isn't it, Beryl? I mean, look at the state of that poor thing.
Well, it's his destiny, isn't it? I mean, we've all got to die sometimes. It's just that some of us go in black cars surrounded by flowers, and some of us go in roasting tins surrounded by spuds.
Oh, I was beautiful once. I was young.
Oh, well, that's something we all have to face. I had a lovely body. People remember me for my body.
Oh, Christmas brings it all back to you, doesn't it?
All terribly sad and emotional. Guests. Auntie! Auntie! Back in your box. Oh, look! It's in. Come in! Come in! It's the Liverbirds! Hiya. Well, nice to see you, Polly. Neris, Molly Sugden. Well. How nice of you to drop in. It's lovely you could come, actually, because we were just talking about you. It was extraordinary. What a coincidence.
Absolutely.
Did that show sort of spill over into your real lives?
Oh, yes. I mean, Polly is godmother to my daughter.
Yes, I bought a house 2 streets away from Neris, so...
What about you?
And
I'm nearly grandmother to her, Ben.
Yes. And she lives in a house a bit like this.
Really?
Like your house, yes.
Excellent.
Beautiful beams like
So you
this.
feel at home then? Definitely you'll feel at home here with the ambience.
Oh, the ambience.
Oh, yeah. You'll hear the ambience go past in a minute because we're right next door to the hospital. Was it fun to do, the show?
Oh, yes, of course it was. Lots of laughs. In fact, we spent the whole afternoon talking about the fun we had.
Yeah.
What about wasn't there a nasty moment with you and a parrot?
Oh, no, it wasn't really nasty, but they had I was supposed to bring a parrot, wasn't I?
That was the
I was
story.
supposed to lumber the girls with this parrot, you see, and we were actually just reading through it, when suddenly, I think Polly said, look, we can't really be lumbered with a parrot if it's in the cage. It'll have to come out of the cage. And the props boy said, oh, no, it can't come out of the cage. We had a parrot one, went right up there. It was up there for 3 weeks.
It's not dangerous, didn't I? I said, it's not... I said, there's nothing nasty about a parrot in a cage. I said, it's got to come out.
Well, we argued for about half an hour, and finally, the props man said, well, I must know, because if it stays in the cage, it's props. If it comes out of the cage, it's artist's booking.
This part of the programme, this little segment now, we're sort of looking at women at Christmas time. I'd like your views on that in a moment, if that's okay. Just have a think about whether you think you're a bit hard done by at Christmas time, because the biggest problem a lot of people say that women have at Christmas is men.
What is it you're looking for?
I've lost a Christmas pudding. I brought it upstairs.
To show Jessica?
Yes. Well, she's never seen a Christmas pudding before. Have you? Who's going to see the Queen on Christmas Day, then? And then we're going to watch Mummy cook the Christmas dinner. I used to watch my mother cook the Christmas dinner. Only she always used to have a bit of trouble with the gas cooker, because he used to steam up her glasses. One year, it took her 3.5 hours to stuff the chicken. Most of that went up his leg. Following year, she lost her glasses completely. Stuffed the cat. Luckily, he woke up in time.
Was he all right?
Well, he came to before there was any permanent damage. So last time he went to sleep on the kitchen table.
Well, my idea of bliss is to get up late in the morning, let the morning drift along, fool about with the children, undoing things in one's pyjamas almost till lunchtime. I like to think I have my wife in the background, with a nice orderly timetable, forcing us on, hoover in her hand, clean things up, get us to church on time. It helps me. I like some pricks to kick against.
So what do you think about the black and white gentleman?
Oh, they were all so posh, weren't they? Everybody was frightfully like that.
Well, I know what it tell him to do with that pipe.
Do you cook at Christmas time, Molly? Are you involved in the kitchen?
I think we all do, don't we, really?
Well, if you want to tuck into my turkey, then I'd like you to please feel free.
Oh, yes. Lovely. Thank you.
Oh, I can't wait to see your kitchen.
Just make yourselves at home. Yeah. Okay. More TV gold. A few moments. We'll be back after the break.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer has a very shiny nose. You may even see it glow. Polly has a reindeer. Stood off and call them names. But to join it anyway.
Classic television. And of course, Christmas changes when you have kids. You've got to start buying things like this. Isn't she lovely? She walks, she talks, her batteries never run down, she never sleeps at 4 in the morning, she starts to cry for no reason whatsoever. No matter what you do, you just can't switch her off. And then after 16 years, she dyes her hair green, she gets her nose pierced and starts staying out at all hours with a bloke on a motorbike. Well, just put an end to it now and just stop your rampaging. Of course, at Christmas time, there are all sorts of toys you could have bought. Maybe you ended up with some of these in your household. Very simple to start with. This old favourite here, the very talented acrobatic dog. Oh! Quite fabulous. You could go up a stage, of course, if you wanted to. And here, we've got a... This, believe it or not, is a pterodactyl. It's hardly Jurassic Park, is it, really? It looks like it's been run over. It's got 2 broken wings. There we are. That's the pterodactyl. Or something just a little bit more cute and sweet. What about a pig? He's lovely, isn't he? Let's get slightly more sophisticated now. Move up. This one here. She actually gets sick if you Oh, stop it. She gets sick if you squeeze her arm. Here she goes. You see.
Don't feel good.
Her cheeks go red and she is currently running a temperature of about 104. I'll move on to the other toys, and in a second you will actually hear her say, all better now. She does get better. Quite nauseating, isn't it, really? This one here, well, this is nice and simple. This is a very simple toy. You might like this one. You want one of these, you pat it on the back. Oh. If you leave her up there any longer, she's actually sick all over your shoulder. And what I believe is the pièce de résistance of the toy market this year. This has all the disadvantages of a child without any of the advantages. Basically, you feed it in here, and we have sort of an empty potty there. You feed it, and then like any loving parent, you cram it into its potty, and you squeeze its legs. And it fills up the potty. Although it depends, of course, how much you put in. Thankfully, we haven't put very much in, so it's only a very tiny one, just for the moment. Because, of course, this is Christmas, and we're trying to be slightly tasteful. But let me tell you, if you feed it, it really will do a barrow load for you. It's our fault, of course. They wouldn't make them if we didn't buy them. We wouldn't buy them, though, if they didn't advertise them. They've got an awful lot to answer for of the advertisers at Christmas. And if you think they're bad now, you should see what they were like in the good old days.
On Munich motorways, the Aston Martin is going to overtake the Porsche. Oh, a crash!
Calling all cars, crash. Fire engine alert, police car alert, proceed to racetrack immediately.
Here's the breakdown van. Oh, it's held up by the road railer. And it's away again. It's an exciting world of your own with Munich motorways.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Back or something.
Party time means presents on the tree, and what could be more welcome to any woman than...
Cammy. Cammy.
How lovely.
Yes, Camay is a gift to flatter any woman. Now, for Christmas, 3 bars and an elegant gift pack for only 3 shillings.
Do you remember that ad? Evenings and mornings, I drink warnings. You drink Advocaat in the mornings? I don't believe you. Actually, this is my favourite time of the evening. The kids are in bed, the batteries have run down, your brother-in-law's down the bottom of the road being breathalyzed. And we grown-ups have a bit of quality time for sober reflection.
Even in small amounts, alcohol causes headaches, loss of concentration, nervousness, depression.
But I've had all those for months and I don't even drink.
No, George, you don't get maudlin and self-pitying for another 2 hours yet if you've no respect for the traditions of Christmas parties.
Here you are. I brought you all Christmas cards.
Unlike her to be so thoughtful.
Oh, look. Signed by her personal assistant.
I hope we're not having a strippogram like last year.
No. Dave's organised a John Majoragram.
John Majoragram?
Well, they send round a bloke in a suit. He stands here for 10 minutes. No one notices him when he goes away.